Hi everyone, my lovelies. I am back today because I don't have a choice. I was asking Mollie for more information because I want to find her and I want us to work together on being able to pull information so that's possible. And she came in pretty strong and gave me a lot of visual stuff, so I did an auto write and I'm going to share it with you. I figured I better get it out, fast, so here I am again today. I'm hearing, okay, ready? Oh, I want to also mention and remind you guys that, auto writes, you can reveal past, present, future, and it can talk about anybody surrounding the case. So keep that in mind as you listen. I'm hearing, I am strong. Hearing name Gabe or Gabriel. Color red. Road is paved with blood. See her blindfolded and tied to a chair. And then I see him slap her because she defies him. And I see him yelling and losing it. See her hands tied and she's wiggling them. And it's weird because the knots that I see in the rope are interesting. There's a cement all around her. Like all on the walls, like they're cement walls. I see him getting really mad. Why can't you just love me? He shouts. And I see his hands around her throat and he's squeezing. He's surprisingly strong. She says number 44, and I know that it's been mentioned by someone else, but I heard it loud and clear. Not in Brooklyn. I see her eyes. She shows me tears, and then she just releases and lets go. Hearing the word goofy, hearing two sides, kind and dark, nice and mean. Least expect this person. Looks can be deceiving. I'm seeing buckets with soap and rags. Things being wiped down. Feels like sort of a clean freak or a germaphobe. I see him in the corner with his head in his hands and he's saying, I lost it, I didn't mean to. I'm beginning to think she is where it gets cold. I keep seeing snow-capped mountains, and I remember in the dream I had that they were frozen when I dug them up. I hear water running, and I see her limp, and he's carrying her. Almost feels like he may have sort of two personalities, or that's just two sides. He's just kind of all over the place, I guess, is what I'm is what I'm picking up. Possibly he has some carpentry skills, woodworking, because she showed me a wooden box multiple times, and I see him working away on something with a saw, cutting wood, and now she's taking me back to her house. We're watching TV, and a knock on the door, and I keep trying to zoom in on him, starting to feel this particular man has darker features. Not sure about the shower scene that I mentioned in the last video that I keep being shown, and the man with the lighter hair and the lighter eyes. As I'm retyping, I'm flashed green eyes, but I think they may belong to the darker haired man. He feels like a carpenter or construction or something, some kind of thing where you have to be strong and work with your hands because his hands are rough, and she shows me passion there. He makes her feel good. Going back to the man in the corner, it doesn't feel like it's the same guy. They show me dark hair on his arms. Going back to the darker hair on his head. One of the first vision that I got was like the back of the head, and it was dark and wavy. Seems to wear glasses maybe sometimes. Nerdy at times, but surprisingly strong. Obsession, lust. And now I'm jogging, and I feel as if I'm being followed and watched. See a camera again, binoculars. See a truck bed, and the truck bed is black. They put those plastic things on the back, and they have like the rut. I don't even know what it's called, like the rut ribs or whatever. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, and then a gun rack and fatigues, and the waving a flag in my face. It takes me back to that dream I had. Hearing no detail is unimportant. Every little thing is important. No clue why I was seeing like a 7-Eleven or a liquor store that may be It may be any kind of a liquor store, but I just relate to a 7-Eleven. and see her drinking Gatorade. I don't know if she stopped in a store like that sometimes. I feel she knew him from a club or a group. Hearing counselor, she's showing me a gathering of people to describe Mollie. It's sugar and spice and everything nice. I hear. I'm hearing beauty, love, and grace. Wonderful friend, beautiful soul. See running shoes with some sort of bright color on them. See her bending down to tie them or do something with their shoe, and him watching her, stalking her. See her smiling. She has a beautiful smile. Running made her feel free. In the very beginning, I mentioned to my partner charm bracelet, and that's coming up again. Name A sounds like Angie or Angela, something like that, an A-N kind of sound. Something like, let's see. I see him in a hat, and his hair is kind of out the back. It's a little longer. I guess maybe that's they want to show me that, to show like the length. Hearing from her love triangle. This place in the woods is very vivid now, and she's wanting me to try to paint it, which I did. And when I show you guys, you cannot laugh at it because it's really bad. I'm not great at painting, but I tried to paint what I was seeing. Let's see. Hearing backyard, backwoods reminds me of the bayou. Seeing a triangle may symbolize a love triangle or something else. Feeling her anxiety takes me back to her house, and she shows me her putting the dogs away and says bye to them. I don't know if she talked to them like that, but, or, sometimes how you talk to dogs. I know I do. And see a light switch turn off. Talking about the game of Clue. Says Colonel Mustard and then that's all she says. Hearing, tell everyone I love them. Hearing he's out in the open, like nothing happened. Would have been out of town for a few days at a time. I was held for a while, but no intention of letting me go. Anger got the best of him. She puts her arms across her chest and shivers. She shows me flowers losing petals. That may mean it's just getting colder as summer's ending. Hearing my life was beautiful, confusing but beautiful. I'm sorry for those I hurt. The man from the shower, I'm like shown these intense attraction, and hearing the name Thomas, showing it may or may not be him. That's just the name I heard. Showing me her holding a baby and rocking it. I'm not sure whose he is. She hasn't made that clear yet. Pay attention to the way the sun rises, like in the dream. Number 54, hearing the word helicopter, no clue what that means. And that's it for now, other than I was seeing different ribbons hanging down and painting. As I was painting, I heard Kylie or something like that and the name Johnson. So I'm going to show you my horrible picture. That is my horrible picture, but see it's either a river or a creek on one side, and the cabin is kind of surrounded by trees, and there's mountains in the background. I got no clue where this is, but I'm trying to find it. So, because I see it pretty vividly, and then there's a flower garden there too, which I thought was interesting. So that's about it. I will post all my links again on this, but if you haven't watched the first video, I suggest that you do. And until next time, I hope that this is helpful in some way. Spirit usually shows what's important. It's been kind of hard coaxing her on telling me stuff because she has been kind of in and out, but we are building a sort of trusting bond, so I feel like she's ready now for things to be out there. So that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys later.